So we're moving on with 10 faves, and we're on fave number 2. And we are staying outdoors for the first few favorites of the day. And even though, you know, our 10 faves are usually a variety of categories, the first few are really devoted to our spring home event. From HGTV Home, you're looking here at the folding wagon with the removable liner. Now, we have these just back in stock. We had them, you know, before. We had them last season. You loved them. We were down to just a few colors, and it's now great that we've got more back in stock. So now you have even more colors to choose from. And it's the same great wagon that became a customer pick from the very first time we brought this in. The one that you see right here is purple. We have it in green. We've got it in blue. We also have it for you in red. There's a teal. There is a blue geo print, and there's also a gray geo print. And you can see, oh wow. Just the last 3? Okay, so we brought more in, and now we're already down to the 3. This is amazing. These sell like hotcakes, they really do. And I'll tell you why. First off, they are strong. They are as strong as any wagon that you've ever used, and maybe even more so, because these have a steel frame. They can hold 150 pounds, and I love that they come fully assembled. So no assembly required. I say those 3 magic words that everyone loves to hear. No assembly required. They come fully assembled. So when you're not using them, they fold up to just like this, and I'll show you this. Oh, matter of fact, Michelle's gonna come in and join us. And how you doing, Michelle? And she's gonna show us how this works. So this is how it comes, exactly to you, with the wheels on, already folded up and everything. So there's nothing you have to do except open it up, and it drops down just like that. That's it. That was probably the easiest demonstration that we've ever done. It's just that simple. And what comes on the inside is there's a liner, and the liner is gonna be a great liner that is waterproof, that you can use at times where if you ever wanted to use the wagon as like, maybe you want to put something wet in there, like we've used it as like an ice chest here, which is gonna be great, and you can do that. You can use it, maybe you're putting something like wet or kind of gunky in there and you don't want it to mess up the actual wagon. You can put it in the liner, and then you can just rinse out the liner and you're done. It's really that simple, as Michelle showed, and I love that. So it was just unfold and then, you know, and open it up. The wheels are already on, and what you're also gonna love, thank you, what you're also gonna love is that the wheels are not rubber, so they're never gonna be, or I should say there's no air in the wheels, so they're never going to deflate. The wheels are a nice hard rubber through and through, so you have something that is gonna easily roll over, as we have pavers out here, cobblestone, rocks, gravel, grass, carpet, regular, you know, wood floors, whatever the case is, and they roll and move so easily. Something else I wanted to share with you on this is that you've got that telescopic handle so that you can pull it up if you are a little bit taller, or you can keep it a little bit low depending on who's pulling this. The handle locks in place, so when you're pulling it, it's gonna be very comfortable for you to use. And this is gonna be use it for functional, whether it is gardening, all of the gardening, mulch and grass and plants and fertilizer and things that you might have to use, or maybe you're gonna use it for fun, like at a picnic, like at the beach, like when you go to those sporting events, maybe when you go to music festivals, maybe whatever it is you're gonna be doing this spring and summer. You can easily take this along with you. So we've packed this one up to take along to the beach. So we've got our chairs in here. We have our bucket that we're gonna, you know, dig sand out of. We've got our pillow. You can put food in there. There's even an area up front where you can put in your water bottle or your, maybe it's your cell phone. It's totally up to you. You've got a lot of room. And here's that handle that you can pull out if you want to. A lot of room and a lot of strength for this. One of the things I like about these wagons, and we've had them for season after season, is that they allow you to take everything that you need to take without having to think, oh, that's too heavy for me to carry. Or what if I drop it? What if I, you know, what if I don't have enough, you know, enough hands or enough hand strength to carry the different things that I need? You've got them all right here. You just load them up in the wagon. It can hold 150 pounds, and you take it along with you. It's really that simple. These have always been very popular. Customer picks on hsn.com, and a great price at less than $100. Now, we will have a full presentation of these coming up at 4 a.m., but right now you can get this in purple. You can get it in green, as you see.